Good afternoon, everybody. This is Prashant from LeadSquared. Thanks for joining this webinar. This webinar is about the habits of creating conversion optimized landing pages. And today I have, apart from me, I have two of my colleagues in the webinar. I have Meenu Joshi, who's a senior content marketing expert at LeadSquared. And I have with me Rajat Arora, who is a visual content expert at LeadSquared. As most of you probably already know that LeadSquared is a marketing software that helps companies in generating leads, capturing leads, and nurturing them with the objective of making them sales ready. And landing pages have been one of the most important marketing tools that have helped several companies in capturing leads. And of late, there has been a lot of discussion about how to create landing pages that convert. How to create landing pages that can entice people and so that they put their data and you capture their data as lead. So we are going to talk about a framework that we have built by our experience of building hundreds of landing pages for several customers using LeadSquared. So let me briefly cover the agenda. So before I talk about the agenda, some housekeeping items. You should be using a headset if you want to have the best possible audio quality. You can ask questions in the questions panel, or you can raise hand. So we'll be pausing after every 20 or 30 minutes for questions. So all the questions which are in the panel, we'll take them up. And at that time, you can also raise your hand and I'll unmute you so that you can ask your questions with voice also. Webinar is being recorded, so don't worry about taking notes. So we'll be sharing the recording of the webinar as well as the PPT within 3 or 4 business days. So we'll try to do this as early as possible, but sometimes the video processing may take a little longer. So, but within max of 4 business days, we'll be sharing the link of PPT and recording download. All right, so the agenda for today is to understand the best practices or the habits of designing conversion optimized landing pages, and we'll be spending a reasonable amount of time on that. After that, we'll show you how to create a habits compliant landing page using LeadSquared, how to use a tool like LeadSquared to create such a page in a matter of minutes. And then we'll be talking about how do you track the performance of landing page. So designing the landing page is one piece of marketing, but after publishing, tracking the performance and using that data to analyze the quality of landing page and taking actions, that's also very important. So we'll be talking about that as well. So before I give the charge to Meenu to talk about the habits framework, a bit about LeadSquared. So LeadSquared is a marketing software that has 4 key features. The most fundamental is lead management. So we provide features to do entire lead lifecycle management, capturing leads from all sources, segmenting leads, giving the capability to manage all your leads in one place. And then we also do the lead tracking. So after the lead is captured in LeadSquared, the entire history of interaction with the lead, whether online or offline activity, it's captured. And we have modules on doing email campaigns, doing highly professional, highly deliverable email campaigns, and then an important module on creating, designing and publishing landing pages. So I'll not take more time of yours on describing LeadSquared. I'll just begin, but before that, I'll just do a quick poll in order to understand the audience understanding of landing pages. I'm just launching a quick poll. If you can just give answers to me about your level of expertise on landing pages, that will help us in giving the right kind of message in this webinar. So I have launched a poll. Yeah, I can see that some people have already voted. I am just waiting for others to vote. Some more people, 72% have already voted. 78%, I think only few people are left. Yeah, if everybody can help me in closing the poll. Okay, all right, I'm closing the poll. So the audience profile, so 20% people say they do not know about landing pages. 20%, 27% say that they are a starter. Another 27% say that they have used but not created landing pages, and only 27% say that they have created less than 10 landing pages. So most of the audience is either new or starter to the concept of landing pages. So with that background, we'll first cover a bit about the importance of landing page, and then we'll talk about the habits framework. So I'll now give the charge to my colleague Minu. I'll make her the presenter, and she'll be taking over the presentation from me. Hi Minu, over to you.
Thank you, Prashant. Hello everyone. I am Minu Joshi. As Prashant has already told you that we'll be covering the habits of creating conversion optimized landing pages today. But before that, let me just run you through about a few basics of landing pages. Right? So we'll discuss what is a landing page, how is it different from a normal web page, and why should you use landing pages. Now, to begin with, what exactly is a landing page? Now, landing page is a special purpose web page. Right? It's always designed for some special objective in mind. Therefore, it contains information only about that single offer. Right? So all the elements on the landing page support this particular offer or objective. It almost always contains a lead capture form, or it has a call to action link that leads to such a form. And it is usually not a part of your website navigation, because as I said before, it is always created for some specific purpose. Therefore, it does not make sense to include it as a part of your static website navigation. I'll just take an example now to show you how a landing page is. Now, check this out. The offer here is that we are offering the visitors an option to download an ebook on Facebook landing pages, right? So all of the elements of this particular landing page are in sync with that particular objective. You can check the URL, you can check the headline, you can check the form, the CTA, the image. Everything is in sync with the said objective. That is how a landing page should be. Now, coming to how a landing page is different from your web page. As you know, on your company website, you have your corporate information, and you have pages for detailed description of your products or services. However, a landing page is not for that. And therefore, it does not have navigation elements also. I'll just take another example and show you how both are different. Take a look at this. This is a part of our website. It is the features tab of our website. You can see here's a good elaborate navigation menu, and because it's the features page, therefore there's a detailed description of all the features that LeadSquared has, right? However, this particular thing, this is a landing page. It has a specific purpose. Therefore, it has no navigation. I'll tell you why there should be no navigation. If there is something very interesting here on your navigation bar, maybe your blog or your pricing options, then a person who's coming to this landing page, he might get distracted and he might bounce off to some other page on your website. You don't want that. You want him to fill this particular form, right? This is the main objective here. So don't give them anything that will distract them away from this particular landing page, right? So of course it has focused content, as I've told you. Then it has a form for lead capture, which is the most important element. Now you can see how both are different from each other, a normal web page and a landing page. Let's come to the third question, which is a very important one. Why should you use landing pages? I'll explain this with the help of a very simple example. Now, I'm sure some of you might already be using Google AdWords campaigns, right? So those of you who are, you would know that this is how a Google ad copy looks like. Now, if I link this particular ad to my web page, what will happen? The person will click the ad and come here. There's no form here, no other link to drive an action, right? So he'll just get lost and you will waste that click. Now, of course, if you have run AdWords campaigns, you know that they're always pay-per-click, right? So you don't want to waste those clicks. Instead, send them on a specific landing page that has a lead capture form. For instance, this particular thing, right? It matches perfectly with the ad copy and it has a lead capture form. So your clicks are not going to waste. That's the idea of a landing page. Now I've told you a few fundamentals of landing pages. Now let's look at some stats that support this, whatever I said. Now a research by HubSpot says that companies that use 30 or more landing pages have 7 times more leads or conversion rates than companies that use less than 10 landing pages. Once again, another research by them states that just by increasing landing pages from 10 to 15, companies have seen a 55% increase in their leads or conversion rates. That's some pretty strong statistics there, right? So you wouldn't want to miss on that. Then research by Marketing Sherpa says that 68% of B2B companies are already using landing pages. You don't want to be left behind. So you should be using them. Once again, another research by Marketing Sherpa says that landing pages have proven effective for 94% of B2B and B2C companies. With that, I'll begin the habits of creating conversion optimized landing pages, which is the main topic of the webinar, because of which you are here. Let me just explain to you what habits framework is. Now, habits is a simple framework that to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the important elements of creating landing pages. It makes it very easy for you, right? So let's take all the elements one by one. H stands for the headline of the landing page. A for the action or call to action, which is a very important part. In fact, I can say that it is the most important part of the landing page. Then there are the benefits or the value of your landing page. Then I stands for image, which can be any other raw media element as well, like video. Then T stands for trust or the testimonials. Then S stands for speed or the urgency. Now let me take an example of a landing page to show you how all the elements can be seen. Check out this particular landing page is for an online education company, right? You can see their headline here, which is a pretty strong one, earn your degree online, and it stands out from the rest of the page, right, in font, color, and size, etc. Then there's an action, which is a very specific one again. Then there are benefits, which are highlighted using bullet points so that they are more readable. Then there's an image, which once again is very much in sync with all the other elements of the landing page. Then there are the trust factors, which are student testimonials in this particular case. Then there is speed or urgency, which is this small line here that says offer valid till 1st May, right? So let's begin with the first point, which is the headline of your landing page. Now, it's a known fact that a visitor will not spend more than 3 seconds on reading the headline of your landing page. They have short attention span. They're just casually browsing through the internet, right? Therefore, you must make sure that your headline is short, to the point, and catchy. You have no time for fancy wordplay here, no time for witty words, right? So you don't want to do that. Come to the point directly. Now, another very important thing is that the headline must always match the message on the ad copy. I'll once again illustrate this using an example. Check out this ad copy of mine. It says, create landing pages in 5 minutes. Now, if I link this to a landing page that says track and manage your leads all the way, the relevance of the ad is lost as soon as I land here. You don't want to do that, because here the bounce rate will be higher. They came for something else, they found something else. Instead, give them something very specific. The ad copy was create landing pages in 5 minutes. Here the headline also is create landing page in 5 minutes. This is very relevant, so it will make sense to your visitors. So the probability of the form getting filled will be higher. Now coming to the next point, which is sometimes it might happen that you cannot express everything in one strong headline, right? So in those cases you can use a small sub-headline as well. Now your headline should always have the summary of the offer, value or benefit, whatever you're providing in your landing page, and it should stand out in the font color and size, as I have already shown you in that example. Let's take another example. Check out this landing page. It is for a tourism company that is offering amazing talent packages starting from ₹23,500. See, it is very specific. It tells you what the benefits are, right? It tells you what the company has to offer. That is how powerful the landing page headline should be. Simple enough, right? Now coming to the second, as I have said before, most important part of a landing page, which is action or call to action. Why I am saying it is more important? Because it is the thing that will drive users to an action, right? So you should always use a very persuasive CTA, and it should always be above the fold. This is because you don't want to make your visitors work to find the CTA. They don't want to scroll down to find your CTA. So keep it above the fold. Make it distinct. Use a good color contrast, and never ever use a generic CTA like submit. People don't want to submit anything. Instead, use something like download white paper now or sign up for free trial, because these things tell them that they'll be getting something once they've clicked on that particular link, right? So always think from their perspective. Let's take an example. This is the same landing page that I had shown you earlier. Check out this entire form and the CTA, main CTA. It is above the fold, of course. There's a strong, good color contrast. It is very eye-catching. Then the message here is very action-centric. It doesn't say submit. It says enroll me, which is a very, very important part of any landing page, as I've told you earlier. Okay, let's come to the third part, which is the benefits that will be highlighted on your landing page. So one thing is that you must emphasize the benefits of the offer in the headline. This I've also told you under headline. Also, in the copy also you must highlight it. You can use bullet points to highlight the benefits so that the copy does not become too lengthy. It should be readable, right? And one mistake that many people make is that they confuse features for benefits. So value is not about who you are, but it is about what your customers will gain from your offer. Always think from their perspective. So it is if on your landing page you say that the product is highly configurable and can be customized for any needs, it will not interest your visitors. Instead, if you say increase employee engagement, retention, and productivity, then that makes sense to them, right? It resonates with them. Once again, another very important point is that the value that your visitors perceive from your offer must always be greater than the perceived cost. This I'll illustrate using an example. Let's check out this particular landing page. This is again for a tourism agency. They are providing majestic 3-day stay in Kerala starting from only ₹8,000. Here, what is the value? The main value. This is the one. If a visitor fills this form and places his inquiry, he gets ₹1,000 off on the offer. This is a very, very good thing they have done. They have given the number, right? This is the thing. Now the visitor knows what is the percentage or what is the exact amount that he'll get, right? So and the only thing that he has to do to get this particular offer is fill this form. He just has to give his name, his email ID, and the city. So the value that he perceives out of this offer is much more than the cost that is there. So that is why this is a pretty good landing page. Let's come to the next element, which is the image or the media element of a landing page. Now, as it is said that a picture can speak 1,000 words, I know it's cliched, but it can actually prove very true if used properly in your landing page. So what you can do is you can use good sources like deposit photos, get images, Shutterstock, etc. to buy ready-to-use images. Then once again, let's not limit ourselves only to image thing. We're talking about the media elements in general. So researchers show that videos can increase the conversion rate by 80%. It's an obvious thing, right? Videos are engaging. It will keep your visitors on the landing page for a longer duration. So the probability of them filling the form increases the longer they are on the landing page, right? However, once again, you must remember never to overdo the media elements. Sometimes what people do is that they give a lot of images, different color combinations, so that can make your landing page appear tacky. You don't want to do that. Once again, if you give videos that are big or pretty heavy, then the loading time of your landing page can increase. You don't want that because the users, the visitors might bounce off from your landing page just because of the loading time. So avoid that. I'll give you an example of one of our clients. See, this is a very simple landing page. Initially, there was no video here. All that we did was place this very relevant video here. And this increased their conversion rate by 100%. The conversion rate doubled. So this is a very pretty strong statistic. It tells you how important the media element can be. Let's come to the fifth element of the habits framework, which is trust. See, people are very skeptical about things, especially on the internet. They won't trust you. If they've come on your landing page or your website for the first time, they will not trust you. You have to go that extra mile to build that trust. Now, there are multiple things that you can do to make sure of that. You can show your worthiness by using a list of your customer logos or satisfied customer testimonials. Then you can give product reviews, genuine ones, of course. I mean, good product reviews that are there from some reliable third parties. Then you can give usage statistics like 1,200 satisfied customers, or some kind of social proofs like 10,000 Facebook likes. Then if you have had any good press coverages, then you can give that as well. Then if you have any awards and recognitions in your name, that can really work wonders. Then certification, if you have any, for instance, if we take the example of online learning sites, right? If something says that this particular course is certified by the government of India, then the people will have more trust in that, right? So that is how you can build the trust of your visitors. Having said that, you must make sure not to go overboard with trust building. I mean, use only one or two of these elements, not all of them. Let me once again explain this with the help of an example. See, this is the landing page for a private investigation agency, right? Will you fill this form? Probably, probably not. Will you fill this? It says trusted by over 1,200 clients. It says serving with commitment since 1962. These two simple elements, I'm sure this will increase the conversion rate by at least something, because the landing page is much more powerful now, right? So that is what trust can do to you, to your landing page. So now let's come to the sixth and the final element, which is speed or urgency of landing page. This element is not used always in your landing pages, but if it's good if it's used, because you can make any offer more desirable by making it either exclusive, limited supply, or time bound. Because visitors perceive something that is exclusive or time bound as high value. Let's once again take an example for this. Check this out. This is a landing page which is for a Spanish coaching institute. Now, if check out this thing. Hurry up, only 10 seats remaining. This thing can actually be a good driving factor for people who want to join the next batch. Therefore, if you have some offers like this, then you can of course make them time bound. However, one thing, once again, you must remember that don't use the same offer again and again. If you say that your offer is valid only for 1 year, for 1 month, and you run that offer for 1 year, you lose the trust of your visitors. So always remember never to do that. So yeah, that was the habits framework. I'll just run you through the habits framework once again so that you remember it properly. H stands for the headline of your landing page. A stands for action or call to action. B stands for benefits. I for image or any other media elements. T for trust, which can be established by any certifications or customer testimonials. S for speed or urgency. I'll once again to close this, I'll show you a habits compliant landing page that we have created using LeadSquared. Okay, look at this headline. It's pretty strong, right? Lead management like never before. Check out this action section. It is visible. People will read this, try it free, and they would want to fill the form. Then benefits, in addition to the fact that it is free to try, there are other benefits that are highlighted here. Then there is a very strong image here which is relevant to the main message here. Then T, that stands for trust. We have a client testimonial here which can actually work wonders. And S, we don't have, as I've told you before, urgency is not necessary everywhere. So we've not used that element in this particular landing page. However, you can get that at least a little bit of it just by saying sign up now. That now thing can also act as an urgency thing. So yes, this was about the habits of creating beautiful conversion optimized landing pages. I will now stop for some questions.
All right, Minu, thanks for the wonderful description of the habits framework. I'm sure that the audience here would have found it pretty useful and insightful. So now the forum is open for questions. So Minu, can you make the presenter to me? I mean, I'll make myself the presenter. Okay, so I can see some questions in questions panel, and if any one of you want to speak up your question, you can please raise your hand. I'll put you on unmute, and then you can talk. So let me start reading questions from the panel. There's one question from Raj that can we create landing pages and mailers? Raj, the answer is yes. You can create landing pages in mailers. You can so landing page, apart from the headline, the description, all the content, the most fundamental and most important thing in a landing page is the lead capture form, and you can embed such a form in a mailer also. Though it's not the most recommended practice. Normally you would want to send a mailer, you would want to describe your offer in a mailer, and you'd want to drive the traffic to your website where you have the landing page, and you'd want the person to fill it there. So that way you can you can track the level of engagement of the visitor or who will become the lead. But yes, you can embed landing pages in mailers. Another question from Raj, and what are the other ways where we can use landing pages other than Google AdWords? So Raj, once you have landing page, you can use it in any kind of marketing on search engines. You can use for pay-per-click marketing, on say Google or Bing. You can do similar marketing on social media. You can, if you are running promotions on say Facebook or LinkedIn, you can link back the traffic to your landing pages. In fact, you can use the same landing pages in different medias, and if you happen to use LeadSquared, there is a way that you can track the lead source from different media. So if a lead is coming from say Facebook to a landing page, you would know that the lead has actually come from Facebook, and if a lead is coming from say Google AdWords, then you'll also know that. So normally companies use, so a landing page would be corresponding to one particular offer, marketing offer, and you might be promoting that marketing offer in multiple mediums. It might be social media or search engines. It might even be through email, so you can link back the landing page even in the email. There is a question from Nilotpal. What kind of website page will a landing page follow? Nilotpal, as the result of form submission on a landing page, you may want, so there could be several things you may want the lead to do. So one could be a simple thank you message that you may want to show on the page. Another could be that you want the person to be redirected to another URL. That could be another landing page actually. It could be a thank you page which doesn't have a form, but a landing page with another conversion script, another tracking script. Even it can be your home page of your website. So a number of companies actually send the visitor to the home page or some page which has offering which is related to the marketing offer in the landing page. So it could be any page of your website. It could be another landing page. Or it could be that as a result of submission, depends upon your offer, you can also let the person download a particular document. One more question is from Nilotpal. Is it beneficial to place a link back to the main website from the landing page? So like Minu was saying that the landing page, it should not be look like a corporate website. You should not have a lot of navigation, but that doesn't stop you from putting one link, putting your own logo. So normally companies put their logo on the landing page and that links to their website homepage. So other than that, there should not be a need of putting any other link. Otherwise, it's going to dilute the offer that you are presenting on the landing page. So there's a question from Bhargavi. Who can beneficial using this? I'm assuming it's who can benefit using this. So Bhargavi, I'm assuming the question is that who can benefit by using landing pages. So if that is the question, so if you are when you are doing online marketing, and even in some cases when you're doing offline marketing, for example in print media, or if you're putting hoardings, etc., you would want to track the source of the lead. You would want to track which is the particular ad or which is the particular promotion that I'm running that has actually brought this lead to my lead database. In those situations, your landing page will always be useful. So whether it's online or offline, if you're running promotions on AdWords, you are running promotion on Bing, if you're running promotion on social media, even if you're doing email marketing, even when you are doing content marketing, if you're just putting blogs, if you're just producing blogs, right, and putting on your blog site, which might be part of a website, and from the blog, if the person is going to a landing page, you would want to know that the source of this lead, was this blog page. So landing page, so one is that they help you in capturing the lead by having a very customized offer, customized page corresponding to an offer. And other than that, it also tells you the source of lead, right? So if you are interested in any of these two, landing page will be relevant for you. There's a question from Manish. Don't you think that the website will help more in building trust among visitors as compared to landing pages? So should I link my ad with website or landing page? Manish, you should be linking your ad with landing page. See, website is of course there. I mean, ultimately website is your fundamental marketing collateral that you have. But website normally has a lot of content. It's it doesn't have specific, very focused pages corresponding to your offer. And in some cases it may have, but a company, a growing company would be developing offers every month, every quarter, right? And in such situations, building a landing page corresponding to an offer, and you would be normally investing money on advertising that offer in different mediums, right? So you would want the traffic to come to a special purpose page where you can track the visits, the conversions, and also figure out the ROI of your advertisement that you are doing in promoting that offer. So of course you can drive traffic to the website because you may think that it may build more trust, but you can, recommended practices to get the person on the landing page. And if you feel that there are some elements missing on the landing page in building the trust, you can add them. So there is no standard recommendation that your landing page should be very short. It can be a long landing page also. So what you can have the headline, you can have the benefit description, you can have the CTA and testimonial, and apart from that you can also have description about detailed description about the product in case or service in case. So that is always okay. Okay, let me read the next question. So Swati, I cannot see your question. Yeah, I can see it now. How to work with Google AdWords? Swati, I did not fully understand. I mean, if the question is context of landing pages, so when you are basically promoting an ad on Google, you'll be creating an ad. You will link it back, so the traffic will be linked to the landing page that you create, right? And if you are running different ads in different mediums, you'll probably create multiple URLs of the same landing page and link your ads with those URLs. Hope that answers your question. There's a question from Sylvian. Have you used landing pages on the email? What are the conversion ratios with respect to email landing pages vis-a-vis landing pages on your website? Sylvian, we have used landing pages in the email very rarely. I mean, we ourselves do not put landing pages in the email for the promotion of the LeadSquared product. So we prefer to put a concise offer in the email and then get the traffic on the landing page, and then track the traffic. So I mean, there was a question earlier whether it's possible or not. So my answer was that it's possible, but it's not very standard practice. I won't say it's a recommended or non-recommended, but I would not. I would say that it's not a It's not a standard practice. Let me take up the next question. If I may say, launching a new product. There's a question from Nilotpal. Then after a description of the product and use cases, will a landing page be the next step? Nilotpal, yeah, so if you're talking about your website, that if you launch a new product and on the website you talk about the product, yes, so you would probably give some information about the product, and there could be a call to action that takes to the landing page. For example, if you look at our website, so on the home page we have described about LeadSquared, and there is a call to action for sign up, right? So that takes to a landing page. So typically on all important pages of your website where you are describing an offer, or wherever you find that visitors will be there, you would put a CTA that takes to a landing page so that you can get the sign up. So Sonali has a question: can we have different landing pages for different locations like India, US, UK? Yes, Sonali. Yes, that's a good question, and that's a good thought you can have, and we do that ourselves. So for example, so we run promotions on similar keywords across the globe, and we have different landing pages because the kind of headline that may be relevant in one geography may be different from another geography. So you have to figure out the cultural differences and what kind of offer will make more sense in a particular geography. And even the same landing page, actually, if you feel that culturally the geographies are same, you can have different copies so that you can track. So you can track, and another important thing is that assigning the leads which are coming from landing pages. If you are having different landing pages for different geographies, you can assign the leads coming from those landing pages, from one geography landing pages, to a particular person who would be the salesperson for the geography. So that's also useful. How efficient can be web marketing, Swati? Yeah, it depends on how you do it. What I can say with our experience is that the world is moving towards inbound marketing. So outbound, so there are two ways of marketing, outbound and inbound. Outbound would mean that sending typically unsolicited emails, and one should always do permission-based emails, but we see a lot of unsolicited emails going out, and calling people, right? And probably meeting them in trade shows, etc. But the today's buyer, typically would want to do enough research before buying or subscribing to your service or product, right? So in that context, inbound marketing is the way to go forward. And the more content you create, the more relevant content you create, the more the more promotions, relevant promotions you do on the different mediums like searches and social media, the better it would be for your marketing results. So it's web marketing is relevant. It works wonders if it's done well. But it doesn't. So it's not a miracle that you start investing on web marketing and results will come. It takes time because it takes time to build content. Content building is a tedious process, and it takes time to build that. It takes time to build the trust, and once it's done, then things can be viral. Hema Malini has a question. What if we have a link to landing page in our section, at least form? If we have a link to Hey, Hema, I did not understand. Can you? Okay, I think you've typed it again. What if we have a form in our website which is overlay or pop-up type? Will it be better? Yeah, form always help. So in case you are unable to build landing pages continuously, you should at least have a form, on the website. I mean, the simplest form of landing page is actually the contact us page for any website. So that always helps. Rob, hey, hi Rob, how are you? I think you will be on mute. I won't be able to hear. So, yeah. So there's a question from Rob. I have numerous domains which I manage. Some are related content like, for example, travel. Is it possible to have different landing pages for multiple domains managed through one LeadSquared account? Hey, Rob. So, yeah, that's not possible at this point of time. One account of LeadSquared is mapped to one domain, but that's something that is part of a roadmap. So we call this, an agency requirement, where one company would be typically managing multiple web properties and would want to host landing pages in them. So it would be added. We continuously add features to LeadSquared. Every month we add features, and this is one of the important features that we have planned. So you will see that in future. So Hema has a question again. It's advisable to have a landing page for conversion rather than linking to website. Yes, Hema, you are absolutely right. Okay, so I think we have covered most of the questions for now. In case you have any more questions, keep typing. I will be taking all the questions when we pause next or in the end. So feel free to type, and I'm very happy to see a lot of questions, a lot of good questions over here. It's very encouraging to see the participation. So with this round of Q&A, let me hand over the charge to my colleague Rajat, who's our visual marketing expert. He'll be showing you how to create landing pages, a landing page very quickly in a habit compliant landing page very quickly in LeadSquared. So we would not spend a lot of time because I understand that all of you would be constrained with time. So we'll be doing it fairly quickly, giving you a preview of LeadSquared, how to create the landing page. So let me make Rajat the presenter, and I'll also allow him to speak. I'll unmute him in a while. Rajat, give me a second. I'm trying to put you on the speaker. Yes, Rajat, go ahead.
Hello everyone. Yes, Rajat, go ahead. Hello everyone. My name is Rajat Arora, and I am a senior interaction designer in LeadSquared. So Minu has already told you about the habits framework, so I presume you know what to put in your landing page. And now the question arises where to put and how to put. So let's take a real example and let's make a real landing page in LeadSquared now. So here's our example. Mango Digital is an online education company, and they want to they are selling online courses, online degree courses, and they want to create a landing page for one of their courses. All right. So the prospective students will fill up the form to enroll, and that's how they are going to capture their leads. And the target audience is the students or the working class people who want to add a degree to their name. So without wasting much time, let's go to LeadSquared landing page editor directly, and let's see how easy it is to make a landing page in LeadSquared. Okay, so here's your dashboard. Okay, so here's your marketing tools, email campaign and landing pages. So let's go to landing pages. We'll create a landing page. It's a big red button. Okay, so here you see a lot of different templates. They are ready to use, and you can browse more templates here. They are all conversion optimized, and a lot of thought has been put on them. So let's take an example. Okay, let's take one example here. Dental problems, no need to hide your smile. Your logo will come up here, book now, and see everything. It's habit compliant landing page, and every important detail is here. So the most likely the visitors will come back to you. Okay, so there are around 46 templates now, and you can use them if some template resonates with your needs. Okay, so let's create a landing page for Mango Digital now. Okay, so let's name it. Okay, we'll take a blank template because I want to show you from the scratch how it is made. We'll go next. Okay, so how this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is your page, and let's start adding the habits elements to it. For saving your time, I have already typed in a notepad, so I don't need to type. I'll just copy and paste. Okay, before that, I want to show you some basic blocks. Okay, on the top you see a set of tools, and on the right side also there's some properties. So they are very self-explanatory, and we'll use them one by one so you know how they work also. So we'll add the HTML block first, and we'll add our headline. It's a very simple and self-explanatory headline. Earn your degree online. Okay, so here comes your headline. All right. Now the second thing in the habits framework is the call to action. So I want the call to action, as Minu told you, it should be distinct. So let's add a block to it. Now the color of the block is it's your wish, but I think the blue color will go well with the education program because blue color represents trust. So we'll use blue color for that. And there's our next block that is called the form block. Okay. So here on the left hand side you see different fields which you want to capture, which the information you need. The first name, okay, we can make it mandatory. We can change the field also. Email is required for tracking. Phone number is required. Email we can make it mandatory. Phone number is required. Since it's an online course, so city I think is not required, but you can add, that's up to your wish. All right. You can see on top of the form there are 3 buttons. One button keeps the labels on the left, one keeps on the top, and the other, the labels go in the middle of the window. So I like it because you can see some shadow here, so it adds to the depth of the page. Color, you can change the color also. You can change the text here. So it's very interactive. Okay, we'll keep it orange, and it should be action centric. So it's an online course, so enroll me would match better than submit. Okay, we can change the size of the button also. So here's a form, very simple to make. Now a lot of people must be thinking why the CTA button is mostly orange. Orange is a very inviting color. It's warm, so many people use orange only, and it suits well with the blue background also. So I think orange is good enough. Okay, so quickly we have made 2 elements of the habits framework, that is the headline and the action. Now the third thing is the benefits. Okay, let's copy the benefits, which we have. You should be ready with this homework first because the copy is really, really important. Okay. Okay, we'll give a benefit line. Give your career a head start with Mango Digital. Okay, we'll take one HTML block, paste it. Okay, so here's your first benefit. Also, it's not very clear. So what, okay, Mango Digital is giving you a career headline, but what career? So I think the course's name should be there. So we'll put these courses also. Makes it more informative. One thing you must remember, you have to think like a visitor. You just can't make a beautiful page, but you have to convince yourself that you are going to fill this page. That's when the other people are going to fill it. So I think this is very relevant, the courses. I'll move it down. Yeah. So these are the courses. This is the third part, that is the value or the benefit. Now the fourth point, the fourth part is the image. image is really important because our eyes resonate better with the image than the words, and they come quickly to the notice. So we'll put one image. Okay, here is my image, and why I am selecting this image, I'll tell you why. Let me just upload it. So it is getting uploaded, gets saved in the library. One second, I'll quickly save and exit because it's a good practice to save. So I'll save it, open it again. Okay, here you see your image, it's loaded now. Okay, the reason I've kept this image is I don't want a bunch of people throwing their hats around because that's a college program, it's an online program. So as Minu already told you, the image should always resonate with your copy. It's a online education program, so I think this image will suit better. Okay, this is my image, it's there. So we have quickly put on the 4 points. Now 2 points are remaining, trust and speed. So let's put trust in this landing page. Okay, you see there's not much space here, so we can always increase the height. For the time being, I'm going to keep it as 900, but you can always change it. You see it's simple drag and drop, very easy to use. So for the testimonial, I don't want to put them in the air because we like structured form, they look more serious. So let's take a block here and let's put the testimonials in the block only. So here's our block. And I'll copy the testimonials. I'll take a HTML block. Okay, here's my testimonial. Okay, it's a lot of space here, so you can fit in one more. I'll just copy this. Okay, so people like reading the comment of other people, especially in the education industry. So okay, if I read great course material, I'm more likely to subscribe, right? But now the form, I think the form needs a heading, right? Let's give a heading to the form. It would be a benefit proposition also. Subscribe now for 20% discount. So here 5 elements are there: benefits, image, everything is there. But now there's no push in the form. Why would anyone fill it quickly? The answer is urgency. So let's put some urgency to the form to give it an extra push. I've written it. Offer valid till 1st August. It's a time bound thing. So psychologically it should work. Here it is. Okay. So if we preview it, here's your habits compliant landing page. Everything is here, but it doesn't look right. You are not going to fill it because the design is not there. Design is really important. It gives more seriousness. You are more likely to fill it, as we like structured things. So let's structure it a bit with the simple use of fonts and the sizes. So let's start doing it quickly. Okay, headline bold. We'll change the font to the Universal Arial, my favorite font, and the words favorite font. And color is okay. Let's change the size, 36. Okay. Now you see it comes directly into the eye. So the person who, as Minu told you, you just have 3 seconds. So the person who is coming here on this page will definitely, the first thing he'll see is the headline, which is the most important thing here. Okay. We'll change the subheadline also. Make it italic. Give it a blue color. Give it this set of colors. You can also type in your color, and I'll make it Century Gothic. Make it bold. Okay, this will not change. I make it bold. Okay. Let's quickly format it. All right. Looks better. Also. Okay, this we'll make it bullets, predefined in LeadSquared. Century Gothic, size is a little too much, 14 will do. Bold, okay. The things are starting to look more structured now, so okay, here are your benefits. Increase the size of this. Bold, color white will go with the blue. Size, this is important, so okay, now let's put it first. Okay, this is the offer. Subscribe now for 20% discount. Okay, but I think this 20% means a lot, so we can change the size of it. Okay, this is the value. We have changed the size. Also, we can make it orange to make it more visible. right? Looks more, I mean the focus now directly shifts to the 20%, the whole line. This black won't go, so we'll make it white. Size we can change to 12 and this to Gothic. Okay, so it looks a little neat. Yeah, we can drag it down the form. White space is really important, clutter free. Center it. Okay, so now this form is there, but if you see, if you add a bit of gray to it, it changes the whole mood. Looks a different structure, easier to read. So we'll give it a little orange, and this border also we can fix. All right. Okay. So here testimonials. Testimonials most of the times are in italics because it's perceived as said thing. So we'll make it orange and we'll give it a gray color. Looks like that said thing now more than a written thing. You can add a picture also. All right. So okay, let's quickly add the logo also, since it's a very important element. We have to just drag it down the things. It's a little clumsy, but you can pull them more down. Okay, let's add a block to it for the logo. Okay, let's quickly add a picture. Here's the picture block like we used earlier. Okay, here's the mango. The reason why I'm using a black background is the logo has white in it, so it won't come up against the white. So it should come. Okay, there's a logo. Yeah, this I need to make it white. Never use a pitch black because it's too harsh, so give it a little gray, looks better. You can move it down also. Okay, I have to put every element down now. Can just form, go down. Okay, this come down. This come down. See, it gives a breathing space to the form, the white areas. Yeah. So let's see how much. Okay, the size is much. Let's change it to 800. Let's see how much improvement we have made. Let's preview it. Let's see it against this is a non-structured form and this is the structured form. Hardly took 10 minutes. So this is it. This is pretty simple. If you use LeadSquared, it's pretty simple, and I'm sure you'll. Don't worry if you don't get it for the first time. It needs some practice and observation. Keep practicing, keep observing, and I think you should make it, right?
All right, Rajat, thank you. Thanks for showing how to create a habits compliant landing page within a matter of few minutes. So I'm sure there'll be some questions. Let me just open question panel, and if anybody wants to talk for microphone, please raise your hand. I can see one hand raised. That's from Hema Malini. I'm not sure whether you were raised right now or earlier. Let me. Hema, can you go ahead and speak up your question? Is there a question from you, Hema? Okay, so Hema is typing the question. How did you get the top block? So Hema, I'm assuming you're talking about the black, the top black. So that's an HTML block, and there are menus on the top to add different kind of blocks like HTML or media block that can support videos. Or a form block, right? So you just add and put the background color. Okay, so let me, there are a number of questions. Let me start from where I left. So there's a question that should the form has minimum fields? Yeah, so Ninad, the form, it depends upon your offer. Sometimes, only a field like email address may be good enough. You just want the contact detail, and then you'd contact and figure out whether the person is interested in your product or service. Sometimes if you are actually offering something very valuable, you would want probably more details of the visitor. You would want probably the name, email address, contact data, the company, etc. So then you can go for that. But in any case, I think that if the form has more than 7 fields, it becomes useless. People don't like to fill after that. So as long as 5 fields are kind of ideal, but don't go beyond 7, 8 fields. It will distract the person. So Rob has a question that following on from what you said earlier about the contact us page often being used as the landing page, is it a better practice to have a dedicated landing page where the focus is 100% on the message and the CTA rather than the combined page? Yes, Rob, absolutely. It is certainly better to have a focused landing page where you are exactly describing your offer, talking about the value, and focus on the CTA. So one should not try to mix, ideally not try to mix, say contact form with the landing page, but the contact form can be the starting page, because I've seen a lot of companies being, have inertia to create landing page and link them at some places in their website. So if that is the inertia, then one can start with the contact us page, convert that as the first page to landing page. Nilotpal has a question. Is it better to send traffic from social media to the website? I think we have already. Sir, I think I have not answered. Is it better to send traffic from social media to the website and then to landing page, or directly to landing page? Nilotpal, the answer is directly to landing page. And if the offer happens to be interesting for the person, he would submit the details, then you can always contact the person. And if somebody is interested, he will always be able to figure out what your website is. So you should drive the traffic to the landing page. Then one more question from Rob. I assume that it is then possible to direct multiple marketing interventions toward a single landing page in order to collect, measure, and manage those leads. Yes, Rob, it is possible to direct multiple marketing interventions or campaigns. You could do email campaigns. You could promote, using ads. So all the traffic can land to the same landing page, basically landing page having same content. But in order to track them, differently, you may create different URLs. So there is a concept of tracking URL where you can specify the UTM source, UTM campaign name, and medium, right? So the same landing page can be used to capture leads across your marketing mediums, whether email campaign or ads or social media. So there's a question from Rajesh. Is it possible to import an HTML page? So the way you can do that, Rajesh, is that so the landing page, our landing page editor has 3 fundamental blocks, and the most important block is there, the HTML block. So if you if you see the HTML block, you'll be able to see that it allows you to copy paste HTML. So Rajat, if you can just expand that plus button on the HTML editor, yeah, and press on the source. So if you see the source, so this is HTML source. You can actually copy paste HTML over here. So if you want to import your HTML page, you can just have one HTML block, and make it a large block and copy paste your HTML and then put a form block additionally. Javed has a question. Will you share the presentation? Yes, Javed, the webinar recording and the presentation both will be shared. Karthikeyan, so your question is that you're saying UI is intuitive, appreciated. There are many HTML design tools like this. How additionally the tool will help me create pages. So Karthikeyan, this is it's not a web page design tool. It's basically landing pages, and Minu I think described earlier that how landing pages are different than normal web pages. So LeadSquared landing page feature is specifically meant to design, conversion, optimize landing pages, right? So of course one can use it to create a website also, but that's not the purpose. So this will help you in quickly building pages when you are running marketing promotion. So typically what happens is that if you have launched a new product or new service and you want to quickly go to the market with that, you'll be spending money on ads, you would be in offline media, online media, and if there is no mechanism to track the visits, track the people who are interested in your ad and capture their details, then the investment on ads is waste, right? So that's where landing pages come into picture, and this tool allows you to very quickly create them, right? So a marketing person can create them. You don't need an IT person to actually create that, and you don't need to host it, right? You don't have to figure out where to put the landing page. So if you're using LeadSquared, then we'll be hosting it for you. and it will be appearing as part of your domain. So you don't need to make any kind of IT effort or investment in order to create and use the landing page. So there's a question from Shaguna. I have multiple landing pages, most of which are quite similar. Is it advisable to allow indexing on search engines in such cases? So Shaguna, if you're creating multiple landing pages, so they would be having, I'm assuming that the reason to create multiple similar landing pages would be that you want to use the similar kind of content across your marketing campaigns, right? So indexing on Google, that is not a bad idea. I mean, you can index all the pages. As long as there is some difference, there will be probability of one page getting precedence over other depending upon the search query. So indexing, and if you have multiple landing pages with even if similar content, I think one of them will appear, one of them may appear as the result of search query. So don't switch off that option to index on Google. I think it's always advisable to keep that. Do we have to add the whole source from head tags or only the content? Only the relevant content, Hema. Any other tools? So from Rakesh, mobile website landing page. Yeah, so Rakesh, typically what you do that you can design landing pages that work on mobile also using LeadSquared. So you need to be aware about the form factor of the mobile devices you're targeting, and pages, sometimes you can design responsive pages which will take care of rendering, auto sizing the fields when they are rendered on mobile. But the practice there is that have only few elements, have only say the headline and the form. You will not have liberty to put a lot of description or images, right? So if you have a simple headline and a CTA, that would be a good enough page for mobile platforms. Any similar tools for mobile website landing pages? So there are a number of companies which offer landing page creation. Unbounce is one of the leaders in the space. I'm sure that they offer mobile optimized landing page. Yeah, so let me, in the interest of time, let me go ahead and finish the presentation, and then I can take all the questions. I think some questions are still left. I'll take them up in the end. So since we are already running it's already 1 hour and 20 minutes in the webinar. So I'll take 5-10 minutes and finish the topic around measuring and tracking the performance of landing page, and then I can take up the questions. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So here we are. What are the metrics to track the performance of landing page? So first, of course, the most important is the number of visits. When you are creating landing pages, you want people to visit. So that's the most important metric. But after the visit, what is important is number of unique submissions. So how many unique people have submitted on the landing page. So that's actually the key metric for tracking performance of any landing page. Then if you divide submission by visitors, you get the conversion rate, and a good landing page would be giving you conversion north of 40%. So if your offer is right, if you put the headline and CT and other elements of the habits framework appropriately, you can expect conversion rate north of 40%. So anything which is 40%, 50, 60% is actually a very good landing page. Then number of unique leads. There might be some leads which are already there as in your contact database. So you would want to know how many unique leads have come from the landing page. That would be an important metric for some companies. Then of course, how many of those leads convert to customers. And then source-wise conversion rate. How many leads are converting, say, from organic search? How many leads are converting from PPC or social media? If you are putting effort to drive traffic from all these mediums, then you would be worried about what kind of visits are happening from these mediums and what kind of conversion is happening, right? So these are some important metrics about tracking performance of landing page. Let me show you, how it is tracked typically, and I'll show you example from LeadSquared. I'll go to my browser in the landing pages grid of LeadSquared. So over here you can see all the landing pages. I have sorted them by the conversion rate. So on the top you see one landing page with 100%. I mean, that was a test page. There's only one view on submission, that's for 100%. You see this website content download, it has conversion of 44%. Then we have lead management solution for North India around 40%. So let me show you something which has high number of visits and decent conversion rate. So this is one landing page. So this is for 4 steps to get more leads from your website about an ebook download. And if I click on the landing page report, I see this data. So this gives me view of the number of visits, the number of submissions, number of unique leads, what is the conversion rate. I can see that, and I can below see all the leads that have come from this particular landing page. So I know exactly which are the leads, and so which is the name, company name, what is the lead score, the grade, which stage they are in, and I know who is the lead owner in my company, and I can do certain actions on those leads also. And you can see this chart about the number of visits and conversions. So the orange is the number of visits, the submissions is the dark green one. And on the left you see source-wise data. So right now it's all sources, and then you can see from social media. If you want to see, you'll be able to see the conversion from social media, and also below all the leads filtered by social media. So you can see number of visits and how many people have converted. And in case of when people are coming from organic search, another interesting thing would be that what kind of keywords people are using. For example, on this page, only like pricing, LeadSquared, there was a visit but no conversion. But in this case, like pay-per-click ad. So these are the keywords. For example, free e-marketing automation, free marketing tool, right? So B2B lead generation. So these are the keywords that people are using, and as a result of our ad appearing on those keywords, people are clicking and coming to a landing page. So which means that whatever investment, so this data is not enough data, but if the data is sufficient, then you'd be able to figure out whether your investment on ads is making sense or not. Right? So let me take another example that may give us more data. So if I can sort it by some number of views, then I'll let me take the landing page that had highest number of views, and that should have yeah. So this landing page. So this is the landing page for sign up for a free plan of LeadSquared, and let me look at the report. So you can see that there have been 3,000 plus visits, 630 submissions. So if I go to say pay-per-click ads over here, I can see that which keywords. So I can find more keywords over here that which are the keywords that have actually resulted in visits or submissions. And even in case of organic search, I can see some keywords which are there, right? So if a keyword is appearing in organic search, and as the result of that there has been submission, which means that if it's not there in your PPC, you should be investing on that. So that's basically a way to optimize the traffic that is coming to your landing page. If you figure out that a number of people, their number of visits, but the conversion is not not good enough. So I mean, as I said, if you have 40% plus conversion, the landing page is very good, but at least you should aspire for 15 to 18% of kind of conversion. Otherwise, there is something fundamentally wrong in the landing page. Either your offer is incorrect, or your headline or CTA, there is fundamentally some issue in that. And the way to figure out what could be the issue is by means of creating multiple landing pages, having it might be in context of the same marketing promotion that you are running, but you would the landing pages would be either different visually, which means that the graphics etc. would be different, or they would be different in the cognitive sense. So from the perspective of visitor, the important things are that how the page is looking like and what kind of information is there which is relevant to me as a visitor, right? So one is the visual design of the landing page. Second is the cognitive element of the landing page that basically attracts the brain, right? So there you can make changes in the headline, you can make changes in the speed or urgency factor that can actually lead to substantially better results. Sometimes changing things like making, instead of images, if you can show a quick preview of the product video, the video has to be of course high quality. That can also help, like Minu was saying, that we converted one image to video and the submission increased by more than it doubled. It's basically increased by 100%. So one should create multiple, if your landing page is not yielding good results, create similar landing pages having, which is where you're promoting the similar offer that you have, but either it should be visually different or it should be different in terms of the cognitive element. Yeah, so that's it from my side. I would not take a lot of your time on this topic. If you have questions, please type it in the questions panel. You can also connect with me offline. You can just write a questions to me directly, prashant@leadsquared.com or at sales@leadsquared.com, and we'll be very happy to answer all of them. So let me pause again for questions. Let me open the questions panel and see which are the questions that are unanswered. So Rob, there's a question: do you propose running multiple landing pages to maximize the conversion as well as to determine which designs? Yes, Rob. Yes. So you should have multiple landing pages, and you said exactly that, to figure out which is doing better than other, and also to maximize the number of visits and conversions. And like Minu showed a slide earlier that companies who have so more than 10 landing pages have 50% to 55% more visits or conversions than companies who have less than 10 landing pages, right? So it's established. It's established metric that companies who have more landing pages, they have more visitors and more conversions. So again, there's a question from Rob: is it possible to include the sign-up portion of a landing page as a widget in the selection, or all the page in the website, or is it better to redirect to full landing page? So Rob, there are some landing pages which are like click-through landing pages where you just have the CTA. So in fact, your own, the home page of the website or any other page of the website can be a click-through landing page where you just have the CTA, and as a result of clicking, you can drive the person to a proper landing page where you have a form to capture the lead information. I hope people are able to hear me. Hemam is saying that she is unable to hear me. Yeah, so Rob, again, so your question is that can you have multiple landing pages running consecutively in tandem? Yeah, you can have. So one can have. If you are talking about whether it can be automated in terms of A/B testing or multivariate testing, as of now, no. It cannot be done, but one can always have create multiple landing pages and use them in different marketing promotions. All right, I think I have kind of taken up for most of the questions. In case I have been unable to answer any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And as I said, the PPT and the recording of the webinar will be shared with you within 4 business days. So thank you all. Thanks a lot for joining this webinar, and I think the number of questions and the type of questions were very interesting. We are pleased to see the participation and the questioning, and we hope that you found the session useful. We'll keep conducting these kinds of sessions in the future also, and we hope to invite you and see you again. Have a good day ahead, and have a good week. Thank you all.